There we go. Hey everybody, Andrew King here, Editor-in-Chief, Canadian musician, live from Canadian Music Week 2019. Sanjay, Delhi to Dublin is the act. Newest single, My People, been out since mid-March, doing very, very well. I want to ask about that in a second, but part of a bigger collection coming next Friday, the 17th. Why don't we start there? A big day coming up. What's keeping you guys busy surrounding the release date?
This sort of thing.
Yeah?
Pumping it up. Like, this is like, where the album's been done for almost a year now, like last September, like last fall or something, you know, and like we've been working on it for what seems like forever.
Yeah.
At least 2 years. And getting that out, like you're like, okay, now you got this thing, now we gotta push it out to the world, and there's like a lot of people involved, you know.
Of course.
So it's just kind of like it's a slow burn though, you know. You release, it's not like all of a sudden it's gonna release next week, and it's just like, whoa. So you kind of like, we're coming into festival season, we're a festival band.
Yeah.
So we got a busy summer schedule, and a bunch of excitement around this release, and just trying to get it out to as many people as possible, because it's awesome. And people need to hear it. It's not a joke. Like, this is the best thing we've ever written, best record we've ever done, and I want the world to hear it, you know. Like, I really believe. I'm behind this thing.
Yeah. But maybe you're setting me up for this then, because when you guys first launched the single, I think it was the Facebook post, but basically said like this song represents a major change in direction for this band.
Right.
It seemed very weighty. What did you mean by that?
So when we sat down to write this song was one of the. So we had a song title called My People. We had a list of song titles, and we were like at a point where we're like, what are we doing tomorrow? We have a writing session tomorrow. You know, like, those go well or not well. Like, you go in for 4 hours and you're gonna write a song, and you're like, is it gonna be good or not?
Yeah.
And we sat down, went through the song titles, and we were like, you know what, this is the one. This is the one speaking to us right now. And then we were like, what does this mean to us? And we tour a lot. We are in the States all the time. We've been touring in the States for like almost 10 years, you know?
Yeah.
And it's ugly. It's an ugly time, but it's like the ugly time before something amazing kind of happens. And
God, I hope so. I hope you're right, man.
and it's the only way. It's the only thing I can believe to go on. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And this song represents all the awesome people we have met. Like, it is not what we see in media is not exactly how it is down there, especially. Like, we're in the Midwest, in pockets of very, very, like, conservative areas, and we meet the best people. We meet awesome people doing their thing. Those are our people.
Yeah.
And these are the people who are loving, welcoming, and don't represent what we see in media. And that is who this song is about. Those are the people we represent. Those are the people we want to celebrate, because those are people fighting the good fight. You know, like and it's a big thing. Like, to come at it at a positive point of view. Like, hey, there is a lot of good going on here. Like, it's so easy to buy into the bad. It sells. The negativity, like, we're drawn to it, and we're humans. We love it. We feed on it. So, to come in on this angle on the positive side is celebrate the awesomeness of who we are as beings, and the amount of awesome people there is. That's what we believe in. That's the essence of daily development from day one, anyway. So
it's pretty difficult these days to talk music with a lot of different types of acts, without the political and social discourse kind of seeping into it. But especially in this case, like, do you find with this song being so pivotal and monumental, as you've described it, like, is there a silver lining to some of this craziness, that maybe it kind of lights a new fire in you guys to be creative and maybe push a certain message or anything?
Well, I think we shied away a bit in the past of being so vocal about things, and I think we found, and with this album, the album's called We Got This, and I think that sums it up. Like, with this album, I think we found a way to really to speak how, like, to bring out what we want to say in a way that we were comfortable. You know?
Right.
Like, we are, like, all four of us, children of immigrant parents. We are, three guys in the band are Punjabi-born Canadians. Like, there's a lot going on and a lot about my identity and stuff that I've not necessarily been comfortable, or I didn't know how to express, or what I wanted to do. And I think we are now at a point where, yes, we're pumped up, we're motivated to express, because we found the avenue how we want to present that package. And it's like, There's shit going on.
Yeah.
We can get over this. We can bind together, and we got this. If we
this.
want it, we got this. But we got to believe.
You gotta show up, right?
You know, like you gotta live that life. It's just too easy. I'm like tired of being negative. You know, I don't want to go down that road. Like, let's make the change, and it's like a frustration point. It's like a tipping point. Like, forget it.
Yeah.
Let's either be good people that we really are, and just dive right into it. So we wrote an album like that, and then there's some party tracks on it too. So we're party,
of course,
we came from party rocking background, you know, the underground electronic scene and stuff. So
yeah,
it's a great way and message, and it's in our Delhi to Dublin form. You know, like. It's dope. I'm gonna big up myself and the whole team, you know. But like, it's cool to come at it and feel good about it, and yeah, we're motivated to speak.
Yeah.
Now.
But I'm excited for how this will manifest itself in the live environment. You know, as you mentioned, you guys have a reputably dynamic live show, tons of fun, and yeah, I just think that that line of optimism and positivity and the energy that seems to be coming off of you right now, and is inherent in the music, of course. But yeah, like when you were making this record, and maybe, you know, in comparison to your previous ones, but how much weight do you give how things are going to translate to the live show when you're writing? Is that an important thing to consider throughout, or is it more like make the album stand on its own and then we'll figure out?
I think in the past, up until this record, it has been like huge. Why we won't perform this song live? Like, there's no way we're gonna do this song live. Why? And we're like, okay, at some point, why are we doing? You know, like you are putting, it's at a detriment because you're focused on the live show, as opposed to. So in this record, we were straight up, let's write the best songs that we can.
Yeah.
And let's let go of all that. It is bigger than what the live show is. And if we can get the energy into these songs and say what we want to say, that'll have a bigger impact than whether these are going to kill it live.
Yeah.
And with live, we're never worried because of the electronic setup that we have. We do remixes, and we've always put out a remix album, you know, with producers and stuff that we're friends with.
Yeah.
So we can always do electronic dance forms of these songs. And so I think the letting go process for this record was huge, and it allowed us to let the best songs come forward, which we may have hindered in the past, you know, which we did, not may, we did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wanted to ask anyway, but when you mentioned about like seemingly kind of working backwards from the song titles, list of song titles, is that par for the course for you guys when it comes to songwriting, or is there such a thing?
I think it's like, do whatever you can.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like we used to do it like, okay, T would make beats, you know, very much like a hip hop style. Like, T would have beats and like, oh, I like that one, and I'd go work on it, you know, lay some stuff down, send it over, then he'll chop stuff up, you know, chop it all up, and we're like, all right, this is starting to become awesome.
Yeah.
And then as we became better songwriters, you know, starting to write the song, and now it's like the song comes first. And in situations where you're like, you've been writing, like, you've already written 30 songs, you're a year in or whatever, and you're like, okay, now we're going to writing songs. What are we writing about now? Like, you know, what do I have to say anymore? Then you go to the song titles and like, oh, like, there is a story here. Like, I remember when I came up with this, I was thinking this. I'm like, okay, my people, you know, like, you know, weed, samosas, and sriracha. Like, that's a song title that we came up with, and then we wrote the song because like, that's dope. These are like our favorite things, and like, it just came together. So it's like any little tool you can to come up with an idea when you're actually working on this, you know.
Right.
Otherwise, it'll take me forever to write an album. It'll take us forever, I think, to be motivated to like, oh, I got the inspiration, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh yeah, this song, let's do it, let's try it.
I was thinking more in the context of instruments when I was going to ask this,
right.
But you know, when song titles makes just as much sense, but like multi-instrumentalist, borrowing from such a wide array of different styles and eras and places. Do you ever find that you have to kind of set creative parameters or maybe even kind of limitations for yourself in the sense of like just to kind of get something focused to come out of it, like challenge yourselves to maybe feature a certain instrument or
I think it's the opposite. I think what we need to do is be like, let's not worry about the instrumentation, and let's especially this time around, let's just write the song. and then we'll worry about that later. It doesn't really matter in our world because we have like laptops and stuff, you know. And then what you do is, you know, everything's stemmed out. So some of the lead lines are like, okay, this will be a violinist. Like she's, you know, Serena is a string section. She's not a violinist. She's a great musician. So like, okay, what are we going to incorporate here? What's going to be played on the keys live? And then everything else can be there, or we strip it away for live, or you know, it's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These like, why restrict ourselves to like, okay, well, it has to be violin and Indian percussion. It's like we're bigger than that. The message is bigger than that, and it's like, who cares?
No, fair enough. I'm trying to think of who the discussion started with.
We would get lost in the past, where you get lost in the production side of things. So you're writing a song, and all of a sudden you go down a tangent about production. It's like, let's put the production in the back for a second, because that's what we've always done. It's always been about the production, especially in the electronic world. You're like, if you're not on the hottest production right now, you've like missed the boat. And this time it's like songs are way bigger. They stand the test of time, and that's what we needed to do. It's like, hey, let's approach it from like the way other bands do it. You know, like there's something to that method.
Yeah. Oh, right on. Again, we're speaking with Sanjay, Delhi to Dublin. My People, the single is out now. We Got This, the record drops just about a week, May 17th. I asked you what's been keeping you busy. What about like once the album sees the light of day, you know, maybe next single, video, maybe tour dates, like what's on the horizon for you guys?
So the next single is We Got This, right? The title track. There's a video already shot. That was shot with Byron Long.
Right on.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a huge smile on my face because we just met up with him this week, and every time I see him, he blows my mind.
Yeah,
He's just like a genius madman. So he did 2 of our videos. It was amazing. They shot him at the same time. They did a video within a video. Just genius, man. And after that, the tour dates basically are like, let's start. Let's start. Like,
big summer
coming up, right?
Yeah.
Like, fly back and forth, do our thing, fly home. I really love it.
Yeah, and so do I. I mean, that's the 2 times that I've seen you in the past is the festival environment, and it's like, I don't know, hope I'm not limiting you, but that's where I think it really resonates when you've got a mixed group of people, some of whom, you know, may not even have you on their radar yet, and you get to
big sound, massive amount of people, and we can make it move. It's not us though. Like it's like this magical thing that happens, and it's like the more people we have, it's there. Like So man.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, we're back here too in July. Actually, we got a small little tour coming up, so we're at the Drake in July. So that's where we go.
Where can people check the dates, and what about finding you on social media?
Delhi2Dublin.com. That's our website. DELHI2Dublin.com. That's our handle at Delhi2Dublin. Boom. Everything available.
Awesome. Canadian Music Week 2019, Delhi to Dublin. Cop the single, get the record when it drops, and it's a pleasure. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.